Have you ever had a dream that lights you up like nothing ever has, but you still wonder if you're strong enough to see it through? Hello there, I am Frederike, a Norwegian artist building a tiny art and healing business to spread emotional growth and joy through creativity. In this episode, I dive into designing my first healing kit, prep for a market, and unbox my very first sample. But beneath it all, the doubt and the fear is definitely starting to creep in. The question here is, how do we keep going when our own mind is the hardest part to face? Good morning, creative travelers. Welcome back to another very exciting video. At least this is going to be an exciting one to film for myself. Also, welcome back to my summer room. Last year I couldn't be in here because we used it as a living room because we were renovating the living room. This year I can use this room again for as like an art slash furniture redesign room, and I'm so excited because it's so bright in here. It's so light. I have like, wait. I have views out into the garden. I'm having some lighting issues here, sorry. I have greenery. I have big windows. And this will be my primary workstation for this summer, for this autumn, for this entire collection design work process, because I just have a lot of space. I have a lot of space, I have a lot of light, which is amazing. In 1 week, I have a conversation with the journal manufacturer, and in this conversation, it's kind of essential that I have my finished design for the journal. So the painting that's for the journal needs to be finished in less than 7 days. And I haven't even started yet. The only thing I have so far is this concept sketch. And now, the tricky part, getting the concept sketch onto this piece of paper here. Now this is very thin paper because I'm going to sketch everything out first, get it in the right places, before I transfer this onto this fancy this fancy watercolor paper right there. I'm also very excited to say that I have the core story of the painting and the collection is finished. I know very perfectly into detail how everything is supposed to come together, the story, the painting, the use of the items and everything. And I will go into detail about all that stuff when it's kind of more when I have something to show you. But know for now that everything is in place, and the thing that is missing now is making the actual artwork. So what have I been doing? I found this book, because I needed to find a book that was the closest to the measurements of the journal, so that I had like a visual template of how this will look. So this is the size. This will be the size of the journal. So it's 13 centimeters times 21. But I do want to make the painting like 1.5 times bigger than that, so that I can work in some details. Because if you paint this small, it's harder to get the details like looking detail-y. If that makes sense. This is my little template that I drew for myself. So I will start sketching on this one, and then if I'm pleased with it, I'll transfer it onto the watercolor paper, and if I'm not pleased with it, I'll just start over. Welcome to this video. This was a bit of a rambly intro, but that's where we're at. Let's design a journal. Let's design a journal. Let's design a journal. excited just arrived. It's my first box of samples for one of the items that I am designing. These are candles. This kind of feels... It smells wonderful, but these are... wait. One of the items I'm designing are scented candles. So I am in contact with this British company who make scented candles. And yeah, they sent me the samples. They are here now. I think it's 7 of them. So they had a gazillion different fragrances, and I could choose 7 that I received for free. I had to pay for them, for the shipping, but not for the samples themselves. And here they are. It feels weird. And it doesn't mean anything, but at the same time it does, because it's this is the first time I get to hold one of the ideas, physically hold something that directly caters to the things that I'm creating. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, let's have a little look, shall we? Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. This is so exciting. They even have written me a handwritten note. That is so sweet. Oh, that is... This is literally handwritten from the company owner, from the manufacturer, the guy who I've been talking with, who I've been in contact with, is going to help me out with all of this. In here, we got the samples, so the fragrances. And this... Can you see that? This is the container that I will be designing. So if you see the label around this and the top, it has this paper label in this beautiful tin box. Oh my goodness. That is so intense. Oh wow. Wait. I've never smelled but you know when you go to the usual stores to buy scented candles, it always smells artificial. You can smell that it's not the actual natural scent of something. It smells like rosemary. There's literally rosemary in it. Oh my goodness. This is so cool. It's strange to think about that the designs and the sketches and everything I'm currently working on will be is for this. One of the things it is. It will be on these candles that smell heavenly. I'm I don't think I realized what I'm actually working on until now that I'm holding a physical, tangible product that it will turn into. Now it really feels like I'm doing this. I want to be very transparent with you and say that behind those hopeful and inspired moments where I got the samples and I was excited about the designs and everything, there were also days that I truly didn't know if I'd go through with any of it. While editing, I noticed that I only film on days that I mentally feel okay. This hasn't even been a conscious decision. It's just how things are. I film when I'm mentally okay, but when things get heavy, I shy away from the camera. It's the last thing on my mind to pick up. And I think that kind of also, shame on me, but it ruins the transparency of the experience of this whole tiny business journey. Because during these days making progress on my designs, I felt an oncoming wave of what I usually call nothing days, which you've heard me talk about before. It's kind of this freeze mode where everything just goes numb. I can't feel anything, I can't do anything, I can't move forward. And sometimes it lasts hours, sometimes days or weeks, and in the past it even lasted months. It's so easy to watch other people's journeys and only see the highlights, creating those false beliefs of how quote-unquote easy it is to achieve something or following your dreams. It's somehow easy to make things look like they're going smoothly when really at least half of this journey has been made up of fear and doubt and difficult days, at least for me. And it was actually scary to see how easy it was to hide those parts, even from myself, because I'd filmed on those good days and I didn't film the bad days. And so, you know, like I said, the transparency kind of got lost. Bli. Kom. Ska du vara med? We are about to hit the road to a town. And in this town, or this is the town where I most likely will be attending a market with my products in progress and my art in 2 months, the end of June. And we're going today because there is this like spring market festival thing going on for the weekend. It's a smaller version, I think, of the big thing that is happening in 2 months. And so I thought maybe it's a good idea to just go there and see the market before I am participant, like go there and see, observe how people do it, how it just feels to be around that many people, knowing there will be even more people when I attend. Yeah, I thought it would be like a good, how should I say it? Test to see how my mind reacts to the idea without actually being in it yet. So I'm crossing my fingers I'm not going to completely freak out, because places with a lot of people is quite a trigger for me. I find it very, very difficult. And my social anxiety just goes through the roof at places like this. Yeah, we're just going to see how I react and just see how it feels and then take it from there. So
leaving all my worries, I prepare for something new. Whatever it was that held me back, I'm sure it wasn't true. Holding on too long on unresolved questions holds you down. What could have been a friendly smile has turned into a frown. I'm moving on. Driving in my car, the road is long and full of dust. The landscape changes around me, on and on, I feel immersed. Whatever happened to me, happened for my highest good. I read that in so many books, now it's almost understood. I'm moving on.
We're on our way home. I am not comfortable at all when it comes to filming in public. So like every shot was me trying to film whilst also pretend that I was not filming. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, we were at the market thing, we checked out the area, I got to see where I will probably put up my stand, and I got to speak to the woman that I will kind of collaborate with. And yeah. There were a lot of people, there will probably be a lot more people in 2 months, because that's a bigger event. And I think I'm just gonna the thought is freaking me out, but I'm not gonna let that stop me, I suppose. So I'm just gonna have how do you call it? I'm gonna have the strategy that I'm gonna set up camp. I'm gonna have my stuff and my art and stuff like that, and then just take kind of an hour at a time or a day at a time. So I start with one day. If that feels fine, I'll do the next one. If it's a horrible, traumatic experience, I will just not show up again. That's my strategy. Do you like them? Hey, hey girl. Hi. This is my kind of color. My kind of colors. What?
No, I didn't see the
what?
The patterns. It's like a gargoyle.
Oh no! It's kind of creepy actually, Nelly. It has creepy gargoyles on it.
Gargoyle?
Gargoyles on it. Oh, and of course this one.
The yogi basket.
It actually has this like classic. Wait. It has the classic pattern in it.
You think it's for bottles and plates?
Oh, right. Yeah, it is. I think this is for mugs and this is for plates, and then you can put the rest of it in there.
What a find!
What a find. Thumb up.
Nothing Days has been my biggest fear in building this little dream by far, just because I have such a history with them, I would say. And yeah, just the fear of losing momentum, of watching my passion fade just because my mind decided to shut down. But if there's one thing this journey has taught me so far, it's that achieving a dream isn't about some rigid path to success. It's more about staying flexible. Dreams aren't reached because everything goes to plan. I think they're built through our ability to bend and to adapt, not to just what's happening around us, but to what's happening within us too. I am learning that true growth comes from knowing your limits, and by knowing your limits, you can gently push them. And when I say gently, I mean gently, like if you push it too far, that goes the other way, but gently pushing them with kindness and with patience toward yourself. If I keep listening, adjusting, being honest about where I'm at, I actually think I'll figure this out. Even with the nothing days. Yes, you heard me right. Even with the nothing days. I never thought I'd say that. And most importantly, even when it's hard. If there's anything I hope you can take with you from this video, it's to remember that even when things are heavy, and even when they feel endless, things do somehow pass. They always do, and they always will. There is a quiet kind of hope in that, I think. At least for me. Hello everyone. Today is Wednesday, and I'm in a very shitty state of mind. I have a week until I desperately need to and want to show my designs to the manufacturers, because if I prolong that, I won't be able to manufacture the actual items for the market. And if I don't do the marketing, or if I at least don't try to do the marketing, I'm just like putting myself up for failure, in the sense of if I mess that up, it would be such a, like, I already feel so, I have zero confidence when I feel this way. And if I allow this to bleed into the work and let it mess things up, like, I'm not sure how much more self-sabotage I can take. I need a win. I really want to make it work. So I'll do my best to make it work. But that means that I have a week to finish sketches that are now just like in shambles and drying up in the sun.
I'm not liking it. We still only have our Shrek attempt. Can you see that? I can now see how this is gonna look like. I'm all alone, but that's fine.
We do like more than we do packaging.
2 days. I got 2 days. I guess I'm really doing this. Oh my god.